What's up, guys? It's Stiff Leg. So, training while sick. Let's talk about it. So, past few weeks here, I've been training just sick as can be, and it's really affected me in a few ways, and that's why I haven't posted as much. But there have been, the benefit of it gave me an idea to talk about how to train while you're sick. So, first thing we need to start out with talking about is how sick are we? So depending on how sick we are, that can affect how much we train, if we can train at all. I know there have been days where I'm like sneezing, coughing, everything, but I can train. It doesn't affect me really at all. So in that case, I just carry on as normal. But like for instance, this past week, had some kind of cold or flu or something. So I was pretty sick. I had a lot of mucus, built up, headaches, that kind of thing. And that caused me to have to train a little bit differently. Obviously, if you're sick to the point like you're hospitalized, you're not training, you got more important things to worry about. So that's something you need to consider. So that's our first point here is how sick really are you? So we've determined that we are sick, but we're not so sick that we can't train. So now we need to determine how much volume and intensity we can handle. So for some of you, this will be just, personally what your body can handle. I know for me personally, I knew I had to deadlift. I went in and was able to hit my top set of 520 pounds. So I kept my intensity the same. Definitely, I didn't drop the weights at all, but I cut out my volume. I had 4 back-off sets afterwards. I only did 1 back-off set just because I was not feeling it. And then I cut out some of my accessory work just because I knew that I was already winded and wasn't gonna be able to handle as much. So that's something else to look at. Next is our appetite loss. So for me, for a lot of other people, you get sick, they tend not to eat as much. Or they eat things that aren't necessarily conducive with working out. So like I know whenever I get super sick, I eat a lot of like ramen noodles and like broth, which is, I think, helps me a lot, especially when my throat hurts. But that's not very conducive for us putting on muscle. So how do we compensate for this appetite loss? The way I have found to do that is I, one, kind of make myself, eat and drink more. But the main way I do this is by having a extra protein shake or having, extra scoop into it, just because those are so much easier to down. I'm a big fan of drinking calories just because it's so much easier to get enough in on a daily basis without feeling like you're stuffing yourself. So that would definitely be what I recommend start out with. Depending on how bad your appetite loss is, you may have to just choose foods that are easier to consume. I know like I do eat ham in the morning, but ham is not something that is easy for me to like take down. It takes me a while to like eat ham. So I don't have that much in comparison to like chicken that I can eat much. I feel like I eat much faster and I have no problem like taking in a lot of it, if that makes sense. Last point we're gonna talk about here is sleep loss. So if you're, coughing, sneezing, everything else, or you're even running a fever maybe, it can definitely affect our sleep so much as the total amount of time that we're actually asleep and how often we're waking up from sleeping. I know like on my worst night last week, I woke up 4 times in one night. That's not good sleep. I woke up the next day still feeling like, tired and everything else, just because I was constantly waking up coughing and choking. So I highly recommend that, we find a different way. It could be as simple as, a NyQuil that can, put us to sleep. Because obviously not only is sleep important for working out, but also getting enough sleep, that's going to help alleviate being sick. That's going to help take care of that problem. That's another reason why we also need to keep up eating even though we're losing our appetite. Because eating and sleeping is also going to help our body to fight whatever kind of sickness we're going through. So that's how I personally go about training while sick. Some people do different things. Some people just take the day off. And, that's completely normal. If it was really bad, I wouldn't see an issue with taking a day off. And then maybe, just skipping one day of the week and then, hitting it harder maybe later that week, whenever you're feeling better. So it really just depends. But with that being said, hope you guys enjoy the video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and yeah, sure you guys have a great rest of your day.